Hey guys, welcome back to another Unfiltered Gamer Kickstarter card game review. Today's game we bring you a game made by Last Ditch Games, and it is called Bullets and Teeth. Bullets and Teeth is for 3 to 5 players, and it takes about 20 minutes to play and about a minute to learn the game. And in Bullets and Teeth, it's fairly simple. You are the bait. You're going to get this card, you'll be the bait, and everybody else is going to be trying to have you killed. Why? Because they want to survive. And the main aspect of this game is pretty simple. You got a bear with 3 heads and a friend with 2 shins. And you're going to run away because you've only got 1 bullet. Well, what do? Obvious, you shoot your friend in the shin. And that is kind of what you do in this game. So you and up to 3 to 5 players are going to be collecting cards from the bullet deck and also drawing cards from the teeth deck. And the teeth deck has tons of different monsters and zombies and scary grizzlies. And there are going to be sets of these cards throughout the game. They're going to be trying to kill your opponents. And as the turn progresses, if they are the bait, they are going to be playing cards from their hand to avoid dying and passing that bait card along. And if you're not the bait, you're going to draw a card from the bullet deck, and then trying to screw your opponent over. And that's the idea of the game. Be the last person to survive in Bullets and Teeth. Alright, let me go ahead and show you how the game's set up. Alright guys, so here we have a full setup for Bullets and Teeth, ready to go with 3 players. And it's fairly simple. Let's start with the game. You just give everybody 5 cards, as well as have somebody be a bait, or the bait. And if they're the bait, they're the person that's going to go first. So let's go ahead and talk about their turn. So, the first thing they do is they get a teeth card and they put it in the middle of the board, as well as a bullet card, which they get. Now, these cards represent monsters, the teeth cards, and if there's any monsters left alive or able to attack at the end of this player's turn, this player is dead and out of the game, and the bait will pass. However, he can do stuff to stop this from happening, and he's got cards in his hand. He's got orange, he's got purple, and he's got green. And as the bait, you can play any number of the same color cards, or set. These are weapons, these are traps, and these here are supplies. So if he's able to play a card that can kill this bird, then he can pass his turn and let somebody else go. Now these birds specifically will let you discard a card from your hand in order to stop them from attacking this round. So if he wanted to discard a card from his hand, that would be it. This would turn over. It doesn't attack anymore. And play passes to the left while the bait card passes to the right. Now the idea is that when you're not the bait, you can't be killed at the end of your turn, but you're limited. You simply will draw a bullet card from the teeth deck, from the bullet deck, and a new teeth card, and place it on the field. You can then play 1 card from your hand, and it can be any card you want, but it can only be a single card. It can't be the multiples of the same color. And usually these are going to be used to hurt your opponent in some way, or change the bait in some way. Now, after he goes ahead and he draws his card, maybe he plays one of his bullet cards, choose a zombie. Zombies with the same name can't attack this turn, so you couldn't use that because there's actually a symbol on the cards that say bait. Let's see if we can find a card that he can use. Choose an opponent, pick a card at random from their hand, and play it immediately, even if you normally can't play it. Okay, so he'll randomly pick a card from somebody's hand. He'll pick this one right here. Kill up to 3 zombies. Okay, so he just went ahead and helped the bait. Maybe he didn't want to do that because he wants to stay alive as long as possible, but these guys are dead nonetheless. Then play is going to pass to this guy's turn. He gets another bullet card and he puts another teeth card out. And this right here is a location. And locations are interesting too. They're going to go up here and they're going to stay there until another location is played or until they are destroyed. And this card says that the bait card does not pass at the end of a player's turn until that player dies. However, there are other ways to make the bait card move. But this location stays on the board until somebody finds a way to destroy it. So, another tooth card. He's already gotten his teeth card. Then play would pass if he didn't want to play cards, or if he did, because there's no zombies or monsters here to kill him. And play would pass, and this would move to the right, and the play would go to the player's left. And the game continues until a monster or monsters have killed every player but 1 single player. Let me explain the cards a little bit. Alright, so the cards. Let's go ahead and talk about the teeth deck first, because without these cards you wouldn't know what to use the bullet cards for. First of all, you got a Scabby Tabby, and this thing is nasty as all hell, because when this card comes on the field, you become the bait instantaneously. So you could die this turn if you draw this card, and I've done it many times. This is the Hoarder. The Hoarder is a unique card. When you place it on the field, you have to put 2 more from the teeth deck onto the field as well. Toxoplasm. While by itself not a big deal, the problem with this guy is when it comes on the field, every toxoplasm that was killed is now brought back to life and put on the field as well. You've got Crows of Murder. Crows of Murder is actually one of the weaker cards because as long as you discard a card from your hand, all Crows of Murders don't attack this turn. So just deplete your hand ever more. You got Moldylocks. Now this is like the boss baby of the entire game. It's a 3-headed bear. When you add it to the Horde, add 2 more teeth to the Horde and you become the bait. It can't be killed if any Shamblers are in play. So he is really nasty. There's only one in the deck, but these are the idea of some of the monsters you're going to find in the Teeth deck. As well as event cards. Event cards can do a bunch of different things. This is Bog Downs. Shamblers can't be killed, so if you had this in play with Moldylocks, you'd be in real trouble. When Bog Down is added to the Horde, return all Shamblers from the discard pile back to the Horde. Field of Screams. Murders of Crow of Murder cannot be played. Cannot be killed. And survivors cannot use the ability of Crows of Murder. So basically, you can't discard to save yourself, and they also don't die. These are really nasty events. Dead End means that the bait card doesn't pass. I know this one by heart. And you are stuck with the bait card until you die, or another card effect simply changes it. But during the end of your turn, you don't pass that bait card along if you're the bait, which can be really detrimental. And finally, you got Last Ditch. When it's discarded, then you get to shuffle all trap cards from the discard pile and put them back on top of the Bullets deck. Now you've also got cards in your hand to waylay the onslaught of monsters you're going to be dealing with, such as Wrong Turn, which is a trap card. Put a card from the Teeth deck pile on top of the Teeth deck or add it to the Horde. And you've got Hasty Barricade. You choose a zombie type, and every zombie with the same name can't attack you. These are really useful, especially if there's a lot of just one single type of zombie. Another Hasty Barricade. How about Old Faithful? This is a weapon card, and only the bait can use cards that say bait on them. Kill 2 zombies, and zombies with the same name can't kill you this turn, so that's useful. Improv 2 Molotov Cocktail. Discard the location and kill up to 2 zombies. So that would be very useful to kill any of these locations because they're either going to slightly help you or really screw you. So these Molotov Cocktails come in handy. Last but not least that I want to talk about is Duct Tape. Duct Tape is like the game's wild card, but it doesn't work as a wild card as far as cards are concerned. What it does is allow you to attach cards together as if you're the bait. So you can normally only play a trap or a gun or a supply. As a bait, you can only play that type of card, so maybe 2 supplies if you have 2 supplies in your hand. With this Duct Tape, you can use 2 different types of cards during your turn, which is a world of help. So using this is very beneficial. But these are the basic cards, and as you saw, these are basically what the abilities did. Okay, so now I'm going to show you a single turn involving how the game works, maybe throughout the game, maybe halfway through the game, basically. You've got 3 Crows of Murder out, you've got 2 Shamblers, a Toxoplasm in the graveyard, you are the bait currently, and these are the cards you've got. This one lets you attach cards together, kill monsters, destroy location and kill monsters. These stop you from being hit by a certain monster, as well as a Wrong Turn over here, which is you put a Teeth card from the discard pile back on top of the deck, which you don't want to do right now because you're the bait. So the first things first, on your turn, you're going to go ahead and draw a bullet card. What is it? Dinner Bell. Okay, so an opponent you choose adds 2 teeth to the Horde, so you don't want to use that either. Then you pick another card. Then you got a Toxoplasm, so you get this Toxoplasm and you put it right there, and now you've got all these monsters to deal with. Now you want to be trying to use the most effective strategy, because you could simply play, let's see, 2 Hasty Barricades, one on the Toxoplasm, one on the Shamblers, as well as discarding a card for Crows of Murder, and that gets rid of 3 of your cards. However, don't forget about this Panic Room up here, which is a location. At the very beginning of each survivor's turn, they become the bait. So it is going to be passed along if you're concerned about what player dies or what player you want to die. These cards are not going to be so useful, so you could also choose to go this route too if you want to kill zombies. So you could choose to play this card, which discards the location and kills up to 2 zombies. Let's see which ones we want to kill here. These ones, because they're guaranteed not to come back. And I guess we have to use Old Faithful too, huh? Oh, but we have to use the Duct Tape because this is an orange card. You can't just play. Yeah, you can't just. Actually, no. We played 2 orange cards. Okay, so we can discard this guy, and that will kill 2 of them as well. And these guys can't attack you, not like it matters. And finally, yet you're still gonna have to discard a card. I wish so. Man, I'm not as good at this game. Maybe you could figure out a better way. But that would stop me from being killed. The bait gets passed this way, as the arrow indicates, to this player, and the next player begins their turn. And if there's at any point any one of these monsters that you didn't stop from killing you or didn't stop in some way on your turn, then you would die. Last player wins. And that's how you play Bullets and Teeth. Because you know you've got one bullet and your neighbor's got two shins and that grizzly bear ain't going down. So only one of you can survive. Alright, let me tell you what I think about it. Okay, so Bullets and Teeth. First thing I thought of when I saw the game was awesome. I love the theme of these kind of games. I also love the story of these kind of games. Where it just begins, let's see, I'll give you a little snippet here. The world's gone to crap, not from nukes, melting icebergs, or a modern plague. Gone because of cat poo. While the rest of the world was focused on the real problems, we all overlooked the threat hiding in those stinking nuggets. And it tells you about how cats have basically got this infection, and they're spreading around everywhere because everybody loves cats and whatnot. And so that's why you've got some undead cats or whatever, and they're spreading this toxoplasm, and the world's full of zombies now, right? One of those slapstick humor kind of games, but it's still got a very dark feel, because you do feel threatened every turn. When you're the bait, you really need to prevent yourself from dying this turn and next turn. Try and think of it as far ahead in the future as you possibly can. Is it worth killing zombies now because you might be the bait next turn, or because you've been dwindled down to the last two players? And you're going to lose cards a lot quicker than you're going to gain them. While there is some caches that you can pick up along the way that are going to give you extra supplies, more than likely you're going to be burning cards way faster than you can ever win. You're not going to win this game, period. You're going to be dead at some point. It's just you got to be dead last, you know what I mean? So that's the idea of the game. Now, the game artwork is, I love the artwork. I love the art. I love the monsters. All of them are really cool. I mean, there's a couple monsters that I thought were kind of silly that I didn't feel like met the theme. The Hoarder's a little silly. There's nothing wrong with art per se. It's just a little not attached to the theme of the game, I guess. But nevertheless, the artwork is spectacular. I really like the different abilities from all of the creatures, especially the Crows of Murder, or Crow of Murder. The idea that you can just cut a card, but it's going to cost you that one card you just drew this turn, so is it really worth to do that? But at the same point, maybe there's 6 of them, and you can't kill them. Because Field of Screams is in play, now you can't even use that ability. Those location cards are real nutter too, because you don't know if you're going to be able to survive on, maybe it's your opponent's turn, he's able to survive, and you got one more person before you're the bait, and you have to think ahead as to what cards you can play on your turn, or should you just pass and not play any cards because you're going to need them. Saving cards like Duct Tape and the supply cards, as well as the Hasty Barricades, are going to save you late in game, while killing monsters in the early game is more important. So that's the idea of the game. Quality components is going to be nice. What I've been told is going to be like a exploding kitten style box, so it's going to be even nicer than the quality is now. Honestly, in my opinion, it's pretty much ready to go as far as production value is concerned. So excellent on that part. If you like games that involve screwing your neighbor, you're going to really like this game. If you don't like games where you're very competitive and really intense, you're probably not going to like this game. For me, it is a hit across the board. Overall, I find the components outstanding, the gameplay is outstanding, and the idea of the story is wonderfully enacted into the game as well. I always feel this sense of dread every single time it's my turn, and I think that alone makes this game a hit in my book. So I'm going to go ahead and give this game my stamp of approval, and I'm going to go ahead and say, that's it. Chime in the ukulele music. Thanks guys for watching another Unfiltered Gamer Kickstarter card game review. If you like this game, don't forget to go ahead and check out the rest of our content, as well as checking out this game in the description below, which will be on Kickstarter very shortly, if not already. Also, go ahead and check out our website, unfilteredgamer.com. We've got tons of giveaways going on, blog posts, and our big fat Kickstarter list, so you don't have to go searching on Kickstarter for games. They're already there for you. As well as checking out some of our affiliate websites, everythingboardgames.com, and The Giveaway Geek, where you'll find even more content than mine as far as websites is concerned, as well as blog posts, even more giveaways, and a bunch of great people all together over there at those sites. So thank you again, once again, guys, for just promoting everything and staying a great, tight-knit community. I appreciate everything that's been going on, and I just wanted to give a big shout-out for the fact that I'm now over 2,000 subscribers. That's really spectacular. I usually I'm not going to do any videos for how many views I get or how many subscribers, but I just want to just give a big thank you for everybody that's actually been helping me out, as well as everybody that's been working together with me, as well as the fine publishers and designers that make these really great games. It's really nice to see these Kickstarter games come out that are just much better than I would have ever thought years and years ago. People are just getting so much better at making games. And this game is definitely one of those games where I just love the idea of putting the theme in a game and it coming across on the table. So thank you again, once again, guys. Don't forget to check out all the stuff that I already mentioned before. Please like, subscribe, and comment. It does help me out tremendously and keeps me pushing on. And hope you like this video. And once again, guys, I look forward to seeing you next time.